All right, welcome to another episode of Nard Knows. Of course, I'm your host, Nard Davis Jr. And before I bring in my talented guest, I gotta give a shout out to my sponsor, Fulvic Ionic Minerals. You know it, it's a dietary supplement. This process is essential to maintaining cellular longevity. Our project is unlike any other fulvic acid product, which are chemically extracted and contain little to no fulvic and humic acid. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna bring in my guest, Devin Ross, Michigan Panthers wide receiver, and he's getting ready for the playoffs. But how you feeling, man?
Yes, sir. I feel great, man. Appreciate you having me, first of all. And I feel great though, man. I feel pretty blessed. I mean, the outcome of last week wasn't what we wanted, but I'm just it's happy. It's a new week and it's a bigger goal. It's a bigger atmosphere and it's a bigger stakes at hand. So haven't played in the playoff game since 2016, the Pac-12 championship. So I'm very, very excited to just have this opportunity to be healthy and going into it with a great team and great coaching staff by my side. So
Now, taking from that game, because last week you played the Stallions, and now you're going to play the Stallions, the Birmingham Stallions again in
yeah.
the USFL Conference Championship. What did you take from that game? You could have won it. The field goal didn't go in your way, and we all know Bates is a great kicker. But what did you take from that game against the Stallions, preparing for another pivotal game in the playoffs?
I took a lot of things from it. I'm actually really glad that it felt this way, that we were able to like fill them out right before we get to play them. So like the last time they're on film, we get to see it. We were actually out there with them. So it was good to get a lot of information, like a lot of calls that they make, like little things like that, just to understand who we were playing against and get to play in that environment on that field. Even though I played there before, just the environment, how the fans gonna be, how the referees gonna call it, like stuff like that. A lot of penalties are being called. So it's just little things like that to be able to fill out the DBs that we get to watch on film, but now we get to actually understand how they play on the field and the different speeds and all that stuff. So like I'm very technical, so I took a lot of things in hand, and yeah, we just know that we can't make mistakes against them. We had a good lead, and we didn't keep it up in the second half. I feel like we took the pressure off of them, and I'm glad that wasn't the playoff game. We were still in position, like you said, just missed at the end, but I'll take that situation all year with Jake on the way to kicking us to either win it or lose. And I feel like he's gonna win us the game every single time. So I believe
Yeah,
in him every.
yeah, Jake. He got the Lions buzz. I saw all over my timeline. He was talking about how Jake, he wanted Jake to get signed to the Lions, and of course that's my hometown team. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Michigan in general, man. How has it been fitting in in Michigan? Obviously, you were with the Michigan Panthers when it was just a USFL. But what has your experience been like in Michigan?
It's been pretty great, man. Honestly, like just coming here from year one. Like year one, we started out so small. All the teams were just in Birmingham, and it was a draft. And I was lucky to get drafted in the supplemental draft by Michigan. And I obviously did well enough to continue to build with them the second year, which is last year. Even though I got injured. Unfortunately, the third game I broke my finger, but I still did enough for Steve Kaiser, our GM, to believe in me and still have faith to bring me back. And this year I'm one of the I don't think it was only like three of us that are from the original USFL 2022 team that's left on the team player wise. So I feel like that's a big honor, and I've been working hard for that. I'm glad they like noticed that I'm a good player and they kept me around all this long. And I love it out there though, man. I love playing in front of that Ford Field fan base. I never been in a dome before I got to play there the first time, so that was very dope to be in that stadium. The stadium, the vibe, the atmosphere, everything is so great. And like even going to the games when I was injured, like in the stands, being able like the environment and just everybody screaming and just the whole feel of that stadium is dope. And being in Michigan, living out there for the first time for 4 months, and definitely never thought I would live in Michigan. So I got to see where Aaliyah went to high school and Big Sean and everybody, people that I love, like artists and stuff. So it was definitely a dope experience, and I'm just looking forward to see what happens next. And I just want to help bring a title here, man. That'd be so fun. I love competing for championships and stuff. So it's gonna be a big deal. I'm going hard every play. Like they're gonna get the best out of me all game for sure.
Walk us through the UFL experience. What is the day to day? Obviously, you go through meetings and practices. Football is football, but ever
Mm-hmm.
since the UFL was announced, I feel like so much more attention and money and publicity has been put into the league, and it shows on the field as well. But what has the UFL experience been like for you?
It's been pretty great, man, because they merged both the leagues. So The Rock and Daryl Johnson, we got like all the owners like just came together that off season, and I just love it. I love having this opportunity in spring ball for guys like me who have had multiple years of NFL experience, maybe on a practice squad or came out the COVID year and it was unfortunate situations, and still having this platform to play professional ball on national television every weekend during the spring is a beautiful opportunity, and I've just can't thank God enough for even blessing us with this chance. So I'm just happy, and I got to experience both sides a little bit because I was with the San Antonio Brahmas actually last year during training camp for the XFL before I eventually asked for my release towards the end of that and ended up coming back to Michigan. So it all worked out for me, but yeah, I've been able to see it both ways, how they do it over there and how we do it, and then we merge together. And now we're just all a big family, and I just look forward to continue to expand and maybe bring more teams in the future and all that. So I'm here for it, man. I love the way it's going. It's beautiful, for sure.
Where were you when you found out about the merger? Even though it did pan out for you and you stuck with your original team, like where were you when you found out and what emotions came about? And I'm sure some teammates probably didn't get the best end of that situation.
Yeah, I was actually visiting Colorado because I still visit Colorado all the time because all my best friends live out there that I became friends with in college, and one of my best friends that actually was on the Philadelphia Stars team, one of the teams that didn't make the cut. So I was actually out there with him, and we was reading all the details about it and everything. It was just unfortunate how, like you said, the teams got cut out. Like that was the most detrimental part of it. I feel like that I really hate to see because there's so many players that are obviously losing jobs and losing a piece of their career in that whole little run. So I'm blessed that my team obviously made the cut, but I mean, I just that's unfortunate, obviously, but they had to do what they had to do to keep it going. I feel like if they didn't do that, then we probably wouldn't have either league based on everything that. So I'm happy that it's still here and that we were able to get through a full season of it. And I feel like it's definitely promising for next year and years to come. So I'm liking it, man. I'm just hoping that we add more teams and get those guys jobs back. I know it's a lot of talent out there still, obviously.
Being in Michigan and being a Michigan Panther, I mean, how monumental is it to be a part of an organization where the Detroit Lions is home there, my home team, and they're winning, they got Super Bowl aspirations. How big of it would it be to be able to bring a championship prior to the NFL season for the city?
Man, I feel like it'll be amazing. Like I feel like last year being able to actually live out there and experience how Michigan is made it even more like exciting for me this year to come back and we barely made the playoffs last year, but I wasn't able to play. I had to watch, so and then we unfortunately lost in double overtime and all that. So I feel like it's a big opportunity. Like you said, the Lions are really good playing the same stadium. It's only right, man. My only time being in Michigan before playing for them was when I played against the University of Michigan in 2016, and I had 2 touchdowns in the big house. So I've got some good experiences in Michigan. So I'm trying to just continue to keep it going and one game at a time. We get this win and we just focus up this whole week of practice. Like I told you, I'm itching for practice tomorrow. I'm already ready for them to send the script out tonight. Probably gonna send it within the next hour or so, but I'm ready to get going. I'm locked in. I haven't been this locked in all year. I'm fresh. I'm ready. Body's rejuvenated. I'm just hyped for me and my guys, man. We deserve this shot for sure for Michigan, no doubt.
On top of that, do you feel I guess the pressure, of a winning culture now that the Lions are actually, winning games and have Super Bowl realistic aspirations? Like, do you feel the pressure because of the prestige of the Lions this season?
I kind of do. I mean, because you playing in the same place, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you obviously feed off that energy. I see how good the Lions do. I watch football all year on Red Zone and NFL, so I'm a big fan of that. And players on the team, my fantasy teams and all that. So I'm a big fan of all that. And I definitely feel the love and just the motivation to just follow that championship goal. I mean, I'm addicted and I love greatness. That's my favorite thing about life is greatness and people that strive to be the best they can be and what they're supposed to be, what they're called for on this earth. So I love seeing it. I appreciate seeing the Lions actually coming back and all how much the fans have been there over the years and just still following them and seeing people like how much they love just them making the playoffs last year. So I know it's a big deal in Michigan. I know sports are a big deal. So I feel like we got to put everything on the table this week. We're blessed to be in a situation, so we got to take full advantage of it for sure.
Well, speaking of the NFL, you definitely have NFL experience. You, 3 different teams, based off of my research. The Patriots, the Eagles, and Titans. You've had, time with those teams. What did that exposure in the NFL climate teach you about yourself and preparing you for the NFL in this playoff game?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it taught me a lot. I mean, I never thought. I mean, I came out of 2018 obviously as an undrafted guy, and which was unfortunate. But I went to the Tennessee Titans. I chose that team over the Chiefs and the Rams because me and my agent just felt like it was the better situation receiver wise to, just to compete for a roster spot at that time. And I was able to have a great camp and just continue to learn the professional way of things. The game slows down a little bit. You get more, just gain more knowledge over the years. I mean, and I was there for a whole year on a practice squad, just learning from great guys and Corey Davis, all the receivers, and Mark Mariota, got Derrick Henry over there. Coach Mike Vrabel was an amazing coach coming from the Bill Belichick family tree. And I just love being with the Patriots. Obviously, that teaches you everything. I was there for 3 years on the practice squad. So I was obviously there, like doing everything the players are doing, right in the mix of it. Just couldn't get over that little hump of making the 53-man roster, which is the most unfortunate thing. But I was still able to, be in those meetings. I did every single thing with them besides play the game. So I was able to pick their mind, being teammates with Tom Brady for a whole year, Julian Edelman, Matthew Slater, Deshaun Jackson, my favorite player of all time. Just being able to, just be around those people and see the aura of how they act and how they prepare and how they just approach the game. Like they see it in a different light, and that's why they're so passionate about it. We see them on Sundays doing their thing because they really into it, and it's a different level of focus and determination every day with those guys. And I was just happy that I got to be able to be with them. But I'm definitely trying to get back. That's my goal. So I'm just trying to. They want to see players make the playoffs in leagues like this. So NFL scouts are going to be watching these weeks. So it's even more pressure to just go out there and really dominate and perform your best and keep chasing that dream I've been wanting since I was a kid, for sure. So.
You kind of alluded to my next question. What are some of your best memories? Because, Deshaun Jackson, who didn't love Deshaun Jackson? Actually, I'm not an Eagles fan, but I actually have an Eagles helmet right up there. What are some of your best memories in the NFL? And how do you, keep those memories alive through your day-to-day in the UFL?
I got a lot of good memories, man. It's just like, just my rookie year with the Titans. I remember just going out with Derrick Henry and guys like Corey Davis and Taywan Taylor, just going out to like the Broadway in Nashville, just going out for like nights of fun with them and just chilling. And they buying all the drinks and chilling and stuff because they got it all. They showing me the way, showing me how to have fun when we got like a bye week or whatever, things like that. The Patriots obviously being able to chill at Julian Edelman's house and just talk to Tom Brady in the meeting room, just walk past Tom and just say what's up to him, ask him about plays and stuff. It's just Josh McDaniels, just great, having great people around you. It kind of gets like, when you're there for a little bit of time, it kind of gets like, you kind of get complacent about it because they're just there every day. But then when you're not there, then when you realize what type of opportunity you have with all those people just in your face every day in the same locker room, and you're in the same meeting rooms, learning the same thing and getting taught the same stuff, eating the same food as them every day, working out. It was just a beautiful experience, man. I just loved every second of it. I mean, I went to the Eagles for life. It's my favorite team since I was 10 years old. I was with them for just a cup of tea because I went there and ended up breaking my wrist. So I wasn't able to stay there for training camp, but I was there for that little OTA period. And that's when we signed Deshaun Jackson back. And it was just crazy because originally when we had joint practice against him, when I was with the Titans, he was on the Buccaneers. And I went up to him and told him how much I loved him since I was a kid, like my favorite receiver and everything. During one of our little water breaks. And then we took a picture of that preseason game together. And then we ended up together on OTAs with the Eagles for that short period of time. And it was just cool to be able to, it's just overwhelming to be able to see your favorite player that you model your game after, the reason why I even started playing the position, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably my greatest memory, just having the picture next to him at practice and being able to talk to him, man, and just all those experiences with all those great guys, great legends that's going to be Hall of Famers and stuff. Like, it's amazing, man.
What advice would you give yourself during that period, knowing what you know now, experience what you know now? What advice would you give yourself that would resonate for a lot of those guys who probably did go undrafted or got picked late, or they wasn't the first, player at their position taken, headed into training camp, NFL training camp? What advice do you have for them that you would have given yourself in those early stages of your NFL career?
And that's a great question, man. Be obsessed with it, like in a different way. Like, obsession is such a different thing. Like, I don't know how to explain how much. I love the game, obviously, but like the experience and stuff that I know now, you just know like a different level of obsession. You can explain how much you love it, or you can really go out there and do it continuously every single day. And I just feel like the preparation just got to be obsessive. You got to want it more than you want anything else. And it's so hard to explain. Like Deion Sanders says, like all the greats always say it in the interviews because it's actually what they went through and like they understand it in a different way. So I just feel like I wish I can give myself that advice at that age, like at 22 or something, and just say, take that extra mile and do it even more. Like just go, do 3 workouts a day, real stuff, do 3 workouts a day, honestly. Like chase that craft, chase these contracts, whatever motivates you to get going. Like the Justin Jefferson contract today, he just signed for $35 million a year. Like just stuff like that whatever motivates you, your family, whatever motivates you, make that the focal point and like just really build on that and put all that aggression in one pot and just go after it with everything you got, and don't let the distractions get to you because they always will be there, and that's just that's what tests you. That's the difference between making it and not making it. Those little things, and just feel like the sky's the limit once you understand that, and I understand it completely now. I just hope it ain't too late for me to get back to the league and really show what I've been learning and everything. So we're gonna see.
Okay, well said, well said. Speaking of Deion Sanders, and you're a Colorado alum, what is it like to
Mhm.
see Coach Prime take Colorado to a whole nother atmosphere?
Man, it's something beautiful. I can't lie. I mean, I'm jealous. I will not lie about that. Like, I wish I had at least one more year eligibility to go out there and be with them. But I love it. I love the culture that he's bringing. I love the attention that he's bringing to that beautiful city of Boulder that people would never know about. Like, if he didn't shine his light on us. So I'm so blessed for him and just happy for him that he came over. And I'm just very excited. I went to the game against Nebraska last year. That's our biggest rival. And he had the whole place packed. Like, the tailgate just crazy. It's never been like that. I was there for 5 years, and that was just a regular season third game of the year, and it's more packed than we were like when we had our Pac-12 championship run. Like, it's a different level. We got celebrities walking around. You got Stephen A. Smith over there. You got Lil Wayne just walking around campus, and Shannon Sharp, just all types of legends. Goes from Power, like everybody just walking on campus, and it's just crazy to see. But I'm just happy that those kids get that opportunity, and I feel like they need to hear that speech too. Don't take none of that for granted because you learned from. You got Warren Sapp over there with Deion Sanders, like, bro, them two Hall of Famers. That's in Colorado, Boulder. Like, who would have thought that? You know what I'm saying? So take advantage. I'm excited to see what they do this year, man. I'm gonna keep saying national championship because that's what I expect now. So I'm excited to go to one of our games. I'm going to at least 2 games this year, so I'll be out there for sure. And I'm just happy for them, man. I'm very happy to see what happens.
The schedule came out. Well, how do you think they'll do this season?
I mean, that's not really a good question to ask me because I'm always say we're going at least 11-1. So, I mean, I feel like this offseason we got a lot of new additions and we got a lot more hype. Got a lot of good offensive line transfers, and that's what we needed the most. We obviously got a great quarterback and all the skill players you can have. I just felt like he focused more on getting the bulk of the team with the most important parts, which is the O&D line. The interior, I feel like we got a lot of depth on there. So, and training camp gonna start soon, and we're gonna see what happens. I mean, whenever it get going, I'm just excited to see how they do, and I want them. I always want the best for them because I sat there and with that gold and black for 5 years, the losses and the wins. So I'm just happy to see everything they do. I'm gonna go to all types of tailgates, bars they have when they come down to LA, wherever I'm at, and join the crowd because I love my alumni. I'm just happy for the school, man. I just hope they get everything they want and more, man. With Deion, take advantage of that.
I got to see Shadur Sanders in person. I got to see because I actually when Utah came out last season to play Utah because that's where I'm based, and I went to that game and I got to watch the first half. I was there, and just to see Travis Hunter, Shadur Sanders, even Shiloh Sanders, who I think is really underrated, really shine. And then to see Coach Prime in person, it was like a whole nother aura. It was like this dude, like you didn't know whether to like truly respect him, like because obviously you respect Coach Prime, but it's like you don't know if you want to go up to him and be like, "Yo, you're the greatest," or be afraid of him. That's just
Right.
how his stature is, like his aura.
Yeah.
What do you think of Shadur Sanders? Do you think he's already a #1 overall draft pick, or do you think he's on the verge of being the #1 overall draft pick whenever he declares?
But that's crazy what you was talking about with Deion with his aura, because that's exactly how I felt with Tom Brady that whole year I was with him with the Patriots. But yeah, Shador. I mean, I feel like Shador is definitely. I mean, I feel like he's definitely the best quarterback coming out. I feel like he could have came out this past year if he wanted to, but I mean, obviously, you want to come back with your dad. You got Travis Hunter coming back, and it's just a better situation. So I feel like he came back because he wants to be the #1 quarterback. And when you got that family that family line, that bloodline, man, I feel like the sky is the limit. I know the work he put in. You can see the work he put in all the time, and see the work his father put in. I mean, I feel like the sky's the limit for this dude. And just like I said, as long as we could protect him, he already had one of the top passer ratings in the country with not one of the best O lines. He was getting sacked the most in the whole country, literally the whole country, sacked the most in the whole country, with one of the top 10 passer ratings, yards, touchdown, everything. So I feel like with a little help, just a little, and I feel like we got even better with the tackles and everything in the guards. So I just feel like the sky's the limit. I definitely feel like he's going first pick. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like him and Travis both top 5 picks in the draft.
Do you think Travis will be able to truly maintain this both sides of the ball dominance in the NFL?
In the NFL, I'm not sure. I mean, I know he could do it right now this whole year. I mean, the sky's the limit on him too. Though. I'm not gonna put nothing past him. I feel like, I mean, watching him, I can't even. I try to determine myself what I feel like he'll be even like better at just to stay that specific position. I can't even pick one between the two, honestly. Like he could really be a dominant force at either one of them. So I have depends on what team he goes to. You know what I'm saying? They might want to use them both sides. There are teams that do use players like that in the league, but it's rare. It's very rare, obviously. But I feel like I mean, the sky's the limit. He's a freak athlete, and I met him one time after that Nebraska game, and he's just a down to earth kid, man. And he's always willing to learn. He's a sponge. He loves the game with a fiery passion. Like he crazy with it, man. He about to be something real special. Trust that.
Couple more questions for you, man. I appreciate you so much for your time.
Yes, sir.
Who impacts you the most on and off the field?
Who impacts me? On and off. I mean, I know it's a basic answer, but it's mainly my family. Like it's a basic one, but it's like the legacy of my family. I feel like my great grandfather's name is William Morris, rest his soul. I mean, he was just the greatest, you know what I'm saying, growing up. You know, he fought in World War II, got all these medals and everything in the house. Like he's the biggest hero in the world. So it's like I just want to just following his legacy and making him proud. I know he's watching me all the time. Every time the national anthem is sang in my game, I just talk to him that whole time with my eyes closed because I know he's there. So it's just the legacy of my family and the Ross tradition and just my dad once he living through football through me this my whole career because he wanted to play, but he had my sister kind of early, so he couldn't play that long. So he living through me, just everybody lives through me in the sports wise. So I like to have my whole family on my back, and I do it for them. I do it for, I do it for because I feel like it's my purpose, and God got this calling from me. He got this big story for me, and He wants me to continue to chase after it. And I'm just gonna keep doing it no matter what. Football keep finding me, and I'm gonna keep showing up and showing out, man, for my family and just for everything in this that I love on this world, man.
What would you name this chapter in your life and why?
This chapter, probably just name it the rebirth, because I'm just trying to. Because I've been injured last year. I got injured the whole year, so I broke my finger, like I told you. So I just feel like it's like a rebirth, redemption type things. I know I belong in the NFL. I really do know that. I've been doing that. If I've been on the practice squad for 4 years straight, like 4 seasons, like it obviously means that I have NFL talent. I just got to do a little more, just to get over that hump. And I feel like that's all part of God's plans, all His calling. So I'm just very excited for these playoff games. Are going to show a lot, and that's where big dogs become big dogs. So I just got to keep taking it one day at a time and just see what happens. Like as soon as we already seen somebody getting a workout today from the DC Defenders, so like he got an Eagles workout today. So it's like sky's the limit. The scouts are watching, and they're definitely gonna be watching these big games and they watch every little thing. I know it from the Patriots. They watch every little thing on film. They don't just watch you catch and pass. They watch like the little things, how you get out of breaks, how you block your effort. They watch all that little stuff. So I know what they're looking for, and I'm looking to go out here and show it and influence my teammates to do the same. I try to put all the smarts I can from the league that I got from them, everything, all the advice I can give, because I know a lot of them haven't been on that level too. So I just try to help them. I want to bring that championship DNA. I want us to win this real bad. So, and that's the first step. And then after that, everything take care of itself, man.
Well said, man. Well said. Thank you for being on the show, man. Really taking time out, with the playoffs right around the corner, dude, and just being able to do what you do, man, and that's play ball and be a representation of your family name, that name on the back of your jersey. Man, I'm hoping that they see you a little bit more on those one-on-ones, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, for
You
sure.
ain't got to say it, but I'm gonna say it, like my man's got some one-on-ones. Y'all need to read them safeties a little bit better, a little bit quicker, see where them, one-on-one matchups is. My man's I seen that post corner you ran that one, you hit him with the ooh. I was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
yeah, I saw that post corner.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you having me for sure. It's a good experience. I like doing stuff like this for sure. You can have me on whenever you want to. No
Hey,
problem with me.
hey, well, you ain't said nothing but a word, my brother. Well, we locked in, man. Keep having God first, man, and because he's the reason why we're able to be able to do this interview, why you're able to play ball and you know, so we're gonna keep God first and stay in agreement, you know, that you're gonna continue to do what you do, bro. And it's all in God's hands, man. So thank you so much for being on the show. And this won't be the last time, my guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nard knows. Yeah, yeah. He manifested this, I swear he did. Nard knows, bring the story to the visual. Global, kick it with the athletes, good promo, dope show. Listen while you working, speaking with a purpose. Subscribe now, don't keep scrolling. Catch him on the web like Toby. Nard knows, inspire weed like Kobe. Nard knows, Mamba mentality potent. From the streets of Detroit to TV, Nard knows.